I recently watched this video and it's a very shocking video because on the video is where the man of God, Prophet Lovy, refused to pray for this guy. So the video just got me thinking on a lot of things. But before I tell you what it is exactly, this is how it went down. So this guy was, I think he has demonic problems because according to him, he has been to witch doctors. He has been everywhere around the world just to seek for solutions. But the guy apparently has never gotten a solution. So as he was speaking to his friend, so the friend told him, you know what, there's a man of God I know, it's called Prophet Lovy. I think we should go and have a look at him and see if we can, I'm sure that we'll get a solution to your problem. So the guy decided, you know what, he created time and they went to the church service. So it got to a point inside the service where now Prophet Lovy was praying for different people, ministering to them, ministering to sickness, casting out demons and everything. So it got to the point where now he was supposed to pray for this guy and the man of God refused. I was thinking while I was watching this clip is that if it was Jesus, what will Jesus have done? So I got to the Bible and I started to research about the same. And I was shocked again because I saw there's a similar story in the Bible where Jesus refused to pray for a woman. Matthew 15:21. And the Bible says, leaving that place, Jesus withdrew to the region of Tyre and Sidon. A Canaanite woman from that vicinity came to him. So on this, as the introduction of the woman, they haven't given us the name of the woman, but they have been very specific that that was a Canaanite woman. So a Canaanite woman from that vicinity came to him crying out, Lord, Son of David, have mercy on me. My daughter is suffering terribly from demon possession. Jesus did not answer a word, so his disciples came to him and urged him, send her away, for she keeps crying out after us. He answered, I was only sent to the lost sheep of Israel. The woman came and knelt before him. Lord, help me, she said. He replied, it is not right to take the children's bread and toss it to the dogs. Yes, Lord, she said, but even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table. Then Jesus answered, Woman, you have great faith. Your request is granted. And her daughter was healed from that very hour. So when Jesus was in this place of Tyre of Sidon, we see that there's a woman who came to Jesus. I don't know how the woman knew where Jesus was, but the woman knew that Jesus was the Messiah. Because the woman came straight to Jesus and she said, Lord, Son of David. So the new woman knew about Jesus. And the woman knew that Jesus had the ability to heal her demon-possessed daughter. That's why she came to him. But the disciples were a bit offended because they were asking Jesus, just send the woman, let her go away. You know, she's trying to make a scene here and drama and everything. And then Jesus for a minute was silent. He was just watching, just hearing and listening and everything. But later on said that I was only sent to the lost sheep of Israel. So Jesus was clear about his mission, not forgetting that this was a Canaanite woman. And as we know that, he was a Jew. So he was saying the message I have is not for the Gentiles, but this message is for the Israelites or the Jewish. But the woman, despite Jesus' reply, despite Jesus being, because I think at this point Jesus wasn't very sensitive to the feelings of the woman, not sensitive even to the child that was suffering. Maybe it was a test that Jesus was trying to test. Maybe it was a lesson that he was trying to teach the disciples. But at this instant, we can see that the woman went further and knelt before him. And the woman said, Lord, help me, she replied. So Jesus then gave her the second response and said, it is not right for me to take the children's bread and toss it to toss it to their dogs. So some people have termed this and said that Jesus was referring, was actually Jesus meant that this woman was the dog. The reason why, first of all, the expression of dog, first of all, in the Jew tradition and culture, they used to take dogs as very unclean animals. So dogs and pigs were very unclean animals. So for him to mention dog was a very, very, should I say, a terrible way of putting it. But he was saying that Jesus was very clear. He was saying that the gift I have, he was saying that the blessing I have, the miracle I have belongs to the children, so belongs to the Israelites. So how should I take these and then now I'm tossing it to their dogs? In Hebrew, what it means here is they are talking about pet. So why should I take the children's bread and now toss it to their dogs? But the woman went further. She said, yes, Lord, but even the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table. The woman was like, even just a ton of it, even just a small bit, a small inch of your power, it's enough for my daughter to get well. Wow. First of all, the persistence that the lady had. The lady came for a solution and she was not going home with a no. And then something else about it is about negotiation. The power of negotiation. In the lady, if we take a further study on the lady, one of the best characteristics I'm getting from this is the humility. I'll say that this woman was very humble. Imagine if someone, maybe you're trying to get a favor from someone and then they give you that terrible response. You're first, automatically you will always try to make yourself to look like someone. So you will give them back. You'll try and slap them back with even tougher words or everything. You understand? You don't care. You'll be like, But the lady was a very humble woman. So not only was she persistent with the master, she was very persistent in her prayer. She was very persistent in her negotiation, because she was looking for a solution. The woman was focused, and her focus was, Master, help my daughter. She's demon possessed. And there was no way she was letting it go. Sometimes we give up very, very fast just because we got a small hiccup along the way, just because we were addressed not in a manner that we were ready to, not in a manner that we expected. We give up very fast. But sometimes God is asking for that persistency in prayer. God is asking for that humility for us to maintain the focus. What is it that you really, really want from the Lord? How far can you go for it? Because there are prayers that maybe they are dreams that we used to have, but right now we don't have those dreams anymore. We feel like maybe it's not God's will. We have given up on our own selves. And we have chosen and accepted to live even on a much lower level of life, just because we haven't decided to be persistent and even to remain humble. As the Bible says that God will always exalt those who are humble. He'll give more grace to the humble. So this is exactly the point. Yes, maybe the miracle, maybe the blessing wasn't primarily for the woman, but because of her persistence, her humility, and her demonstration of faith, she was pulling it out from the master, and the master could not do anything about it. So Jesus replied her and said, Woman, you have great faith. Your request is granted. And her daughter was healed. When? At that very hour. Wow, that is such an amazing story of the Canaanite woman. And in the same way, this man of God, Prophet Lovy, he was a bit resistant about praying for this guy because of different things. So according to Prophet Lovy, he said that this guy has been everywhere. This guy has done so many things. worldly things just to try and seek solution, that this guy was a demon possessed at that moment that he was there. But he said there was no need for him to give him that gift that he was asking for at that moment, because he felt in his spirit that that person was not ready to receive it. But despite that, beside what the prophet said, this guy kept on persisting. With humility, he kept on persisting and asking the man of God to just pray for him. So it got to a point where the man of God asked the guy if the guy was ready to receive Jesus. The guy said, yes, I'm ready. So finally, the guy got his blessing. The guy got his salvation, and he got his and demons came out from him. Wow. So it's such an amazing one. So persistence in prayer, maintaining your faith, maintaining your focus, and always being humble. You know what? Don't give up on your dream. Keep pushing for it, because your blessing is just around the corner. So see you